Well, hello, all my model car building buddies. Y'all hear that thunder outside and rain? It is the storm of the century fixing to sweep me and my house away. Let's hope I can hang on to make long enough to make this video. Don't forget my buddies up here at SpotlightHobbies.com. They have some new things in. Yep, they got the Revel Stranger Things 85 Chevy K5 Blazer. Now that is cool. That's 85 Chevy Blazer truck. I like that, man. That's pretty neat. Oh, and they this went out of stock as I was writing this down. 70 Monte Carlo lowrider with extra chrome parts like frame and stuff. Well, it's gone. They'll have more. I'm sure they'll have more. They also got the Revel Stranger Things 79 Camaro Z28. That's pretty neat. Now, 79 Z28, as far as I know, that's the only one of those. There might be 20 of them. I don't know. As far as I know, that's the only one. Okay, let me tell you what's been going on here today. And the last day and the day before last day, and probably tomorrow, is the middle of the month curses come in on me. I cannot do anything right. I keep trying to cook and I burn the food. I keep dropping stuff and losing it. I was using my super glue and a mysterious hole opened up the side of it. And I ended up gluing all my fingers together, and then I reached up to scratch my cheeks, and now I got my hand glued to my face. It's just not been, it's been like that for the last couple of days. It's the middle of the month curse. I once farted on a witch. I didn't know it was a witch. I thought it was an ugly homeless dude. It turned out to be a witch. And it was worse than that, actually. It was, I just cracked loose a silent but deadly, popped it right out there in the elevator, and then the door opened and I stepped out and it closed behind me. And I could hear that witch screaming and cursing me the whole way down that elevator shaft, telling me that from now on, the middle of the month is going to be Clutchville for me. I swear, I could hear bats fluttering around inside there. That's what's going on with me, and none of that is good. I ain't kidding. Everything I've done modeling has gone bad on me. Let me show you. Well, this hasn't gone too bad, although it has been a pain in the posterior, so to speak. Let me move some stuff around where I can get it up. Hey, Bing. Hello, everybody. He just wanted to say hello. I keep forgetting to introduce him at the beginning of the show as my co-host. That's cool, though. I don't mind. Okay. Loki. Let me get him straightened up. This isn't glued. Nothing is glued on. It's just a big pile of parts right now. But I got the front of the fenders. I cut them at the same angle as the back of the fenders. Probably see this. Let me see if I can lean it up a little bit. See that? Cool. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I was ready for it. Yeah, and I built that little grill to match the one that's in the back here. Let's see. That's about all I got done to him. I done some primer work and then reprimed here and there. Straightening out lines and stuff. The front fenders look good like that, don't they? Let me see if I can hold it up. Yeah, that was suggested. That was, well, granted, after I'd already done it, but somebody suggested that in the comments. I thought, well, that person's on the ball because he's thinking like me. But, when I read it, I had already cut them. But, yeah, great minds think alike. And let me see. Now that I got the front end, no headlights. They will pop out. Y'all know The reactor, Gene Winfield's custom car, the green and yellow reactor. Super show car. He's got the headlights pop out on either side. Show him thing. They'll come out right here and over here. You know, and so they're hidden. And as long as they're hidden, I don't need to make them or put them in there or anything. I'm going totally Tom Daniels on this thing. I've been wanting to say that for the last 3 episodes, and I keep forgetting. Yeah, going totally Tom Daniels on it. You know, there's no inside frame, you know, stuff like that. You know how he kind of cheaps out on the detail? I'm going to do that. I mean, after all, this is almost a Tom Daniels type car. Y'all let me know what you think of this grill up front, though. Because I kind of like it. And I kind of like it. It's different. And it matches the dealie back here, so I'll be glad when I can get that glued on there. Yeah. Okay, well, that is Loki. And if I can just get him over here without killing him. Alright. Okay, and oh, yeah, and talk about the bad luck in the middle of the month thing. I worked real hard on this. I put this border. Can you see it? Let me see if it's better without the... Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, I got that border, had it all the way around, and I put the bottom piece... Come here, Fang. All right, here. Put the bottom piece on here, a solid piece of plastic, and then run the frame around it. And I put it back, I put it down, and I covered it up to where you couldn't see it. Because I like to go back in like 30 minutes and then, ta-da, take a fresh look. And when I went back and looked, I go, oh my goodness, what I've done is I've installed a bay window, in big old picture window in the side of this pie wagon, and it looked stupid. It looked really, really stupid. Like you could almost see lace curtains in here with a little breakfast nook on the other side. So that's not going to happen. But look at it and think. Grandpa Munster doesn't have a car yet. All he's got is the Dragula, and I know he's getting tired of cruising that thing around in town. So we're going to make this Grandpa Munster's ride. Instead, if you picture this being a big old plate of glass on there and a coffin laying in the back like old-timey hearse, maybe some old-timey lamps up here in the corner and stuff like that. I'll make it all Grandpa Munster. Yeah, because he needs a car to drive other than the Dragula. I'm working on Lily's car, the grocery getter. And I got Herman. You know, he's got his car. Marilyn's got her car, her Uber car. And so does Eddie. He's got his Woody. Surf Woody. So yeah, Grandpa needs one. So I'm gonna change gears, shift gears, jump off the horse on the stream and jump on a different one. Yeah, change horses in midstream and make it into Grandpa's hearse hot ride car. I'm sorry guys, I know you was expecting it to be a Woody, but it ain't happening, not with that vehicle. Excuse me. All right, now the F-85 old spunny car. I got the body painted, sorta. I paint. This is straight. Let me get it up here. Paint is still wet. I gotta easy careful with it. It is painted traffic cone orange. Yeah. It's actually Tester's orange straight from the little bitty bottle. No difference. But it's pretty color. I've always liked Tester's straight orange. But it looks like a traffic cone. But once I put the decals on it and some other stuff, I think it'll look pretty cool. It's not bad, that color. See, what it's going to do is it was going to start yellow and then fade to orange and then fade to red in the back. And I was doing real good, and then it wasn't. I was sitting in my chair by the thing, and just as I was going down the side of it with putting the streak lines in, Buddy decided he needed some attention, and so well that was the end of that. You know, puppy interference. You can't. What are you gonna do? Okay, so since that's about all I got done. And that's only it's only 10 minutes. And that looks pretty good, though. You know, I got a good paint job on it. It's nice and level. I don't know what else I'm going to do about it, but I got the motor. It's not in permanent, but it is. I got the motor mount made, and I got it sitting up there. I just got. I'm trying to find some headers to go on it. I've been through most of my kits, and the header supply that I got in my stash, and I ain't quite found a pair to fit them yet, but I'm sure I do. I just hadn't found them. What do you think of this, though? This looks cool. I had to change the front tires. The ones that were on it didn't look right, and I changed the front axle. It was the one I was on it was a little too wide. Excuse me a bunch. All right. Yeah, so narrowed the front axle just a scooch and put more period correct tires on it. You know, this guy probably running sometime in the 60s, you know, going by the back tires and everything. So yeah, that's where he's at. 60s gasser. Drove it to the track, didn't tell his wife where he was going. Let me see. Okay, and whoa, it sounds like I'm either in the eye of the storm or maybe it's over. It'd be nice if it was over without, you know, blowing the house away. Man, it was rough there for a few minutes. Okay, well, anyway, make me feel better about being cursed. Darn witch. Is I brought out all of my little, well, not all of them. I brought out a bunch of my little, I don't know, just seems like it should be going in the right direction. I brought out my little gassers. To show off. Well, sorry about the coughing. I don't know what that's all about. I hope I ain't getting a flu or anything. I do got a throat tickle, and like I said, I'm cursed. Nothing is going right. I hope this video's doing okay, I think. Yeah, y'all have seen the gas hopper recently and the high flyer, but it's either that or just listen to me mindless rambling. You know, so I figured maybe you might want to see these and listening to some mindless rambling. Oh, I got a story. It's about my Uncle Jack. My Uncle Jack was the coolest dude, man. He was the T-model man. Dadgummit. Sorry, people, excuse me. Yeah, he was the T-model man. Everybody knew him. He had T-models, beautiful 3-door, 27 3-door, no driver's door. It had some sort of levers and stuff in the way, but yeah, I'd never even seen one like that before. And he'd take us for a ride in it every time we'd go visit, because he loved to drive it. And but he restored them. He went. Every time anything was for sale, like an estate sale or something, or a garage sale, he would always go looking for T-model stuff, and he bought every piece of T-model stuff he ever came across. He had outbuildings and sheds all over his property, and he was quick to show them off, too. Come out here and look what I got, you know. And when he was restoring them restoring a T model, he only did it with original tools and the original methods and the original everything. The way it was done the first time, to where you couldn't tell if it was made by Henry Ford or Uncle Jack. So I went over to his house one day visiting, hoping to get a, let me exchange these couple out here, hoping to get a ride in that Model T, because I loved riding in the Model T, you know. And I did, but he was downstairs in his shop under the house, kind of house on a hill. You go out back and then there's a more house, but it's down there. Anyway, I went in there and it was hot in there. It was summer, but it wasn't that bad outside. And I was, whoa, why is it so hot in here? And he said, I got the stove going. Yeah, old-timey pot-bellied stove sitting in the corner with wood fired up inside it. And I said, what's this? And he said, see that bucket on top? And yeah, it's full of lacquer. And I went and looked, and there's a bucket. You know, the old-timey milk bucket? and it was full of black lacquer. And I said, what are you doing? Won't this catch on fire and kill everybody? And he said, no, I know what I'm doing. He says, I got to get it hot just to the right temperature, and then I'm going to paint this T model. He had this big old wide brush, man, and with the long bristles, just like the one they used in the factory, he says. I'm going by what he told me. He said, they take this, dip it in the thing. It's hard for someone who talks with his hands. He said they dip it in the paint and then go back and forth and coat the thing, and then come back and do it a second coat while it was still hot. And it'd be dripping, you know, off the bottom, but he'd catch that with the brush, wipe the brush along the bottom like that, pick up the drips. And he kept painting it. I don't know how many coats he put over the whole thing, but he had to put the paint back on the heater, let it get warm again. And he said that's how they did it back then. I don't know. I've never seen it before, but Uncle Jack knew what he was doing. They had the coolest T models, though. I mean, and lots of stuff everywhere. That's where I got the cab for my hot rod. I got a 40 Chevy pickup cab and the hood. That's all I needed, was just the cab and the hood. I want to put it on a T-bucket frame and make it like a 23 T-bucket, but with an enclosed cab. That way I could drive it all year round. Anyway, let me switch these out again. And I'm just about done while I say stuff about what I'd like for y'all. If you didn't mind, I know that wasn't the best story, but like I said, things are not going well around here. Nothing I do comes out right. So that explains the story. But my Uncle Jack was so cool. I wish y'all had met him. Anyway, this is where I ask for a like, if you don't mind, on the like button. And subscribe if you don't mind subscribing. I'll have better stuff to show you next time with, I'll have some of the, maybe I'll get one of these projects done and you can see it, and better story. But Uncle Jack was cool. Let me see. Like, subscribe. Oh, hit the black bell. Ding, ding on the black bell. And a comment. Say, y'all keep it going like that. And share this with your buddy. You know, don't do like your mom said. You know, you gotta share. So, oh me, I'm sorry. This is my best. It's during the curse time. I guess it's what it is, because nothing is. I'm so glad I didn't drop one of these guys fishing it out. But anyway, I'm gonna go before I really mess up or say something even stupider. Yeah, okay. So I'll see y'all later. Bye.